So I'm Lili Blumers and I'm German, but I work for ARTE France, which is the French part of ARTE. So I work in the web department, so we deliver all the French produced content for the website of ARTE.
How would you define the interactive documentary?
Wow, that is a very large question. I would say there need to be a certain number of requirements to be accepted as interactive documentary. I would say first of all, there should be a notion of simultaneous distribution on digital devices and a shared real-time screening with the audience. And at the same time, there should be some notion of participation of the audience. So it can be linear, but using tools, digital tools, and then being interactive.
What can be the interactive documentary production model?
I don't think there is one actually, because what is done a lot for the moment is we have documentaries, producing documentaries with a quite traditional audio-visual tradition, and then putting interactive or digital tools into them. But there can also be new ways and much quicker and faster production methods. But I think for the moment there are two separate universes, like young generations and production companies working in a very quicker and immediate way, and the more traditional companies. But there is no rule for this yet, I guess.
What is the production model of the interactive documentary? Have you been working with any particular?
I think, well, there is not a model. I think what we try to do is to have teams work together. Like we like to have developers and story writers and screenwriters share as much information as possible, and not only information but also ideas. And so ideally a mix of this makes it a confrontation of code and audiovisual filming makes a good interactive documentary. But this is something we try, and we make it as open as possible. But I don't know if it's a model.
What is your favorite interactive documentary? I know.
I think there's one that I really like, which is very old, which is called Welcome to Pine Point, done by the NFB. But there's also some of the documentaries done by which my department worked on with other partners, like Do Not Track, or maybe Notes on Blindness. But it's kind of unfair to put these examples in the foreground because they're very big projects with a lot of international partners. And yeah, sometimes that works really well.
Do you think interactive documentary can be applied for educational purpose, and could it be a profitable market?
Actually, yes, of course, for educational means. I'm not sure about the profitable market. I think the market question is a general question, not only for interactive documentaries, but for documentaries overall. Like, why? I mean, in Europe we have a public funding approach on pre-financing to documentaries and creation. So we have all these means to finance documentaries, and it's the same for interactive. We actually have a parallel model. So there is not the notion of making money out of it, and that needs to come from maybe different formats. But there are also some interactive documentaries made for commercial reasons, and that can work too. It's just something different. Campaign-oriented documentaries.
What does an interactive documentary need to generate engagement?
It's most of all the story and the topic. Like, then it's not. It needs to be strong, but that doesn't. I mean, that's a very general way of putting things. There is probably something about an equation between the audience and a web audience, which is probably a little bit younger, a little bit more engaged, and likes to share things and questioning, investigating, and having this participatory debate dimension to it versus pure entertainment.
What do you think about DocsBarcelona, and what activities do you come to?
I unluckily am here for a very short time, and only for the interactive pitch and for the interactive panel discussion. And I would love to come and to have more time to see also more of it.
What do you think about the possibility collaboration between ARTE, for instance, and academic, like university and
I mean, this is not something that we are actively looking for within projects, but there's obviously potential. ARTE is offering, of course, some access to its documentary funds to universities and schools. It's called ARTE Educ. But it's not we not necessarily prioritize academic involvement in our documentary projects.
what do you think about interactive documentaries as a social change tool in terms from ARTE? It's a sensitivity of particular projects.
Well, every film, every story, every book, everything can be a tool, but I don't see it as much as a tool. It's more a way of dialoguing with an audience and sharing a subject and sharing to a personal point of view. But that's my personal opinion.